All right. I think we're live. I think it's all happening. Wolby, how you doing? Manda, great to have you. Let me just pop out Twitch. Uno a momento. Chat. Pop out chat. There we go. All right. Beautiful. All right. So we got Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube going all at the same time. How are you all doing? Great to have you back. Desi, welcome. Zach, great to have you. Looking forward to today. Having a good little time. Learning some more. Doing some stylized drawing, painting. Keeping the consistency up, which is always a good thing. And I've got some story times for you. And some accompanying videos. For those animal lovers out there. They'll enjoy this. Yeti, what's going on? Added a link on YouTube in the chat as well for some environment, like my environment Pinterest for the warm-up we'll be using. They'll be in there somewhere. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, I'm almost guarantee I'm going to spill my coffee. It's teetering on the edge of the... Are you British? No, almost. Am I British? No, I'm Australian. Fiorella, love your art. Thank you very much. I'm studying in Netherlands animation 3D year and I'm looking for guidance for a mentor who can help me with my path. Fantastic. What am I looking for? I am looking to wait for a few more people to filter in. Kiko, you're bang on time. Panchizo, welcome. Now, I want to make sure that Instagram can see the old Puref. There we go. That should pop up now. So at least you got a bit of an idea of what's going on. Hopefully. We'll see. Kiko, hell yeah, man. Love this lives. Me too. Me too. I do enjoy them. Gabe, how you doing? So we'll wait for a moment. So you might see there's a little bit of an animal theme going on here, which has to do with the story time. Happened yesterday, actually. Basically, simply put, I saved some lives. I saved at least 9 lives yesterday, I'd say. Very proud of that. Exuberant, how you doing? So I want to see if I can do, and it has to do with turtles. I'll show you the videos and everything in a moment. But I wanted to see if we can do like a character crossover. And it just so happens that I chose some people with backpacks to give me a little bit of a visual kickstart, which could be fun. While we wait, what's in the cup? Tea or coffee? Coffee. Coffee as always. Coffee in the morning. Tea in the afternoon. How are getting comments for Twitch, Insta, and YouTube using OBS? I'm going to start live stream it. Fantastic, Kitty. I'm not actually. I think I've got a scene. So this is what I'm looking at. So I see Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube just on the monitor above here. So they're not consolidated by any means. So that's why I'll miss some. And you look, this is how Instagram goes, right? You see Instagram? Ah, man of culture. Carry on, my good sir. Emmy, great to have you. But you see, every time someone joins on Instagram, it just shows me join. So if anyone does a comment and then a bunch of people join, I can't see shit. So yeah, that's we got to fix that. Or Instagram, really Instagram should fix that, if I'm honest. Zach 9 lives all in a day's work. That's what. That's it. I mean, it was nothing. It was nothing really. Exuberant. I forgot Aussie afternoon is my evening. Yeah, and we're in the future as well, depending on where you're at. All right, let's. First time I've touched stylus to tablet in a little while, but we'll get some things cracking in a moment. Now, okay, thank you for deciphering my... No worries, Yeti. Instagram has a lot to fix. Preach. Too true. All right, so story time. Quick story time. Let's get up the turtle stuff, okay? So I was just going for a walk, right? Let's do a bit of storytelling with illustration, shall we? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, see if it makes sense. So there's this lake that I drive to every other day to go for a walk, right? There's like quite a big lake. It takes me like, I go a couple of laps usually. It takes me about an hour to go 2 times around the lake. So I'm just like walking around this one part, and there's more like populated parts and there's more like natural feeling parts. And there's like this natural feeling part with like reeds and bits and pieces. And then I look down, and there's just this little bloody hexagonal looking thing. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. I would have missed it. If I didn't look down, I would have missed it. Right? Go down, pick it up, and then, hold on. Boom. It's a little baby turtle. I'm like, shit, all right, there's seagulls and all sorts of dickheads hanging around here, and people are on bikes and they're just going to run you over. So then I take this one little guy. He wakes up. I don't think he's even touched water before because he was on the other side of the lake. He must have just hatched or something. And there's like a whole bunch of rocks that he'd have to get through to. So I was like, all right, I'll place you on a rock. I'll go for another walk around the lake. And that's my little good deed done for the day. He was absolutely adorable. Come back around. There's another guy looking around. And I'm like, you see turtles? He's like, yeah, there's heaps of them. So we pick up a bunch of them. I take him off of the other guy because he just wants to keep riding his bike. He didn't really care that much. I was like, okay, rude. And then I decided to actually help him along. All right, so I had to get him, put him down for a second. A couple of them were bloody raring to go. Like this little guy, he was like, yeah, take me to the water. So I was like, all right, hold on. So then I one by one placed them, they're so delicate, ever so gently on the rock. And it's like they, like the water, as soon as they like touch the water, it like triggers something in him. And then he's just like, boom, 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 gone. And then the next one, he was raring to go. And he's just boom, straight away. Now this little guy, I was a bit concerned with. He wasn't looking too crash hot. He hadn't moved a whole lot, so I was a little bit concerned. But I was like, all right, let's see if I can poke him a little bit. So you just try and be ever so gentle. Mind you, I'm on the rocks at the moment. I've got like a 20 kilo weight vest on, like, because I walk with that, and I'm trying to like balance and film at the same time because I've not done this before. So I try to like splash a bit of water on him, and you see his eyes start blinking. His eyes ever so slightly start blinking, and he's like, oh, it's morning, it's bloody bright. And he gets his little flipper up, and then all of a sudden his eyes open He's like, oh, it's bloody bright. And then, oh, and then he's almost like as if he looked around and he's like, oh shit, where is everyone? He turns around, does a backflip, and away he goes. And there was a few more on the next lap that I popped in. Now, some people might say, oh, you should have let the natural whatever happen. Get out of here. If I got an opportunity to save a couple of little turtles from fucking seagulls, I'm going to do it. But yeah, so that was something a little bit exciting. So I thought that we could do something like that, character-wise, because it's top of mind. And I thought it was pretty cool. Wow, so Ninja Turtles started. That's what I'm thinking. I like to think, because I go there very regularly as they grow up. They'll just see me walking. Because I may have been like one of the first things they saw when they're like hatched. I'm pretty sure they hatch out of eggs as well. I think they're the same as like this ocean turtle. So those are like little freshwater ones. Yeah, they were adorable. Yeah, sugar beets. I thought you might like that. Lana, how you doing? David, what's going on? Desi, maybe a superhero that uses their shell. They could be teenage age as well. Potentially. This is the best live stream. I just go full like wildlife. Bucket drawing. We maybe could do like a plein air at that lake one day, who knows? See if we can spot a couple of those little guys. But yeah, I've never seen the little turtles. Like I've seen turtles in there, but I've never seen the little ones. It must have been their like breeding time. But they had it was like a big rock. It was man-made as well. It was like a big man-made rock wall that they had to like cross to get down. So gave them a little bit of help. I don't know, hopefully I helped. They were cute as anything. But I know also that turtles, I think they they can actually feel their shell. So you got to be like ultra delicate because they've got like sensation on their shell. It's not just like some hard thing. Where was their mum? Yeah, I don't know if they have that kind of relation. I'm no turtle expert. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend. But I don't think they like have that relationship. I think they're more solemn kind of creatures. Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, the mum was doing a shithouse job, if I'm honest. If that is the case, she should be reported to the authorities because her kids were just crossing the road, no one around. Robert Irwin and Ben Keller, yeah. Maybe one day. All right. Anyway, that was a little wildlife segment. Let's get to a quick warm-up, shall we? Now, I really quite liked a few of these. I want to try this. We always do daytime scenes, right? I want to try and see if I can get this feeling of reflection, right? A little bit of a challenge for you guys as well. So the link that I put in, I should have really pinned that in YouTube. There you go, pin that. Go, yeah, child services, that's right. So, got to give this one a whirl. Whip the timer on. Let everyone settle in. And where's my timer? Countdown timer. There we go. Restart it. 15 minutes. Okay. So yeah, give you a second. Get that image however you want. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Sugar Beats. I like the reflection, the ambiance. I really love these ones as well. We might do these ones another another day. Like more just general scenes that have a focal point, but it's kind of like a whole scene kind of deal. And like this one was kind of cool as well. But yeah, I really like the lighting on this. My favorite time of day right here. But something a bit different. We'll give it a whirl, see what we can get going. I'm going to start just with, let's go middle grey. Something around there. Okay, just to start off with, just to, or maybe I might start, I will allow everyone, I mean, you do what you want. This isn't a competition, but start off with like a base color. Let's say just like imagine if we just got a wash and we just went blah, 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 blah over everything, just to give us something to work with as a background. All right. I'll give you another minute. Oh, does Robbie, like I know him. Does old Rob, Rob paint? He does like landscapes. Oh, sick. That's cool. Alrighty. All right, give me a couple of ones in chat, just so I know we're ready to go. So I'm not head starting. This is a team sport, after all. Amiva, Legend, Kiko, Sugar Beats, 456, that doesn't count. Desi, lots of ones. Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. He also does wildlife photography. That makes sense. That's cool. He'd be uniquely positioned to do that, I reckon. All right, let's get cracking. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Timer starts. Let's go. David, YouTube video is in pause town right now, only because I've been working, coding my little tits off with the course platform. Once that's done, you're going to get sick of seeing me. Let's see if we can get some shapes going. Whip them some... okay. Oh... One layer, single layer challenge, bugger it. I'm in that kind of mood. Don't have time to fluff about. Let's go. Alright, single layer, yeah, Photoshop, I know. Alright, variations in hues. All right, different buildings have different hues, different light. I'm going to be utilizing the multiply layer for sure. All right, squint down because there's ever so slight in the darks here. Very, very minimal value changes, like super minimal. Don't want to be drawing our eye away, from the focal point. It's going to be a challenge in restraint, which I think we can handle. No, too messy. Keep the eyes squinted. All right, so we want to give this illusion that this is kind of like that cream colored building, but we're not actually going to make it cream colored. We're just going to reduce the saturation, which might do something similar. Want to keep it down in value, definitely. So if we were to look at the color wheel, it's kind of opposite. The blues are where we're at, and we kind of want to get to the yellows. One way of doing that is reducing the saturation. Too bright, knock it down. Yeah, that'll do. How is this even showing? Yep, we're all technologically all sound. Cool. All right, not even worrying about the main parts yet. I'm building that foundation, making sure we've got room to play with the values. Okay, and then we can come through and start messing about with the lights, because that's what this is all about. This one, this scene. Still want that blue. Want to knock back into that blue a little bit. Too bright, way too bright. Keep those eyes squinted, making sure that we are keeping the value ranges in check. We've got this little thing here. Now, I think I mentioned it last week, is like a cool side effect of having our starting off with more of like a local value kind of thing without thinking about too much of the lights and the darks just yet, is we have this kind of palette that we've made here, so we can start pulling from that palette whenever we kind of want. Whoa. 2. I'm kind of like making sure more than usual that all the other elements are kind of in place first. The other elements being like the power lines and whatnot. But yeah, implemented a search yesterday, which is cool, into the Drea platform, which is coming in very handy. And I think I'm going to start maybe in the next week and a half. Francis and I are catching up this week. Maybe even start streaming, putting together the course on light and value, which could be fun. Maybe. I find it fun. I would like to watch that. I want to see how other people put stuff together. So we'll give that a little experiment. Throw that out there. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do a new layer. We did say one layer. I've already lied. There's 2 layers here. The background and the clipping mask. So what are you going to do? Any new finished arts or in progress? No, that's the downside of building this platform, is I've not had a whole lot of time for much else. And I think there's something to be said about focusing on one thing at a time, because I could very quickly start to feel burnt out if I'm trying to be like, all right, keep up with like content, YouTube videos, my own art, building the platform. It's just like nothing would get done properly. So I've just had to put a bit of a pause. I mean, I'm still doing my own little things here and there in my sketchbook, which is fun. Just keeping that habit going. And these streams as well. I don't want to stop these streams. All right, I almost don't want to go full value necessarily, like full white. I mean, that's a bit too bright, because I want to be able to, I don't know, just give myself a bit of room values wise. So if we squint our eyes, so this is like more of a wonky, no, it's too straight. Let's just go boom. That'll do, I guess. That'll do. That'll do. Now we do have that thing in front, little air conditioning unit, which gives it a bit of character, you know, which I just erased, which is not what I want. Now it's all these little things around the light source, which is gonna sell it. Also, let me know how the audio levels and stuff are, because I did tweak them around a little bit for some other stuff I'm doing. Okay. Just blocking in these simple shapes. Now, one thing, if you do squint your eyes, you'll notice that the reflection is like a couple of steps lower in value. Just ever, like super, super slightly. Maybe not, maybe because this we've got to take into account the exposure of the camera, how much that's just crunching all the lights and sort of refining them into just like more consolidated value groups. Man, I'm word salading a lot right now. Let's add a little boundary for this window. So this is kind of like a secondary kind of light. I really want to darken that down quite a lot. So the thing is as well with light and lighting, it is all still like an illusion, like everything else, whether it's these more fluorescent lights or daylight or moonlight. Now this has some variation where the actual sign itself has kind of worn through a little bit, or maybe some of the LED or like the lights in the background have kind of worn out. And these are things you could take into like your world building as well. Just taking note of little things like this instead of having everything sort of perfect. Right, there's a darker border. I might just whip out the quick little line tool. Something like that. Something like that. Boom, boom, boom. Now we need to brighten up or like increase the intensity, let's say, instead of just brightening up some of these panels. Too bright, too bright, too bright. Get out of here. Same sort of things happening in this canopy sort of thing. So we can kind of whip that in there. Now here I see a nice little reflection of the sky. So that's there. More intense than the photo, but you know. Now add a little bit more atmosphere with this light in the background. Maybe we'll cut it right the way through. On that side here. Now this is going to be really, this should be way more subdued. Again, if we squint our eyes, this is the main thing, not this. So we really want to knock this back. I might even just get like that, the texture on that. I don't like that. Never mind, don't do that. Forget I said anything. I do like challenging myself just to do it all in shape as well, because it really forces you to understand what's going on with the values and not rely on any fancy brushwork. That stuff can just add the cherry on top, you know. Squint our eyes. Cool, cool, cool. Let's add a little bit. What time we got? What time we got? Where's the time? 2 minutes. Shit, that flew. All right. Well, speed mode now. Let's go. Yeah, we really need to add some deeper shadows. We'll do another quick pass after, for sure, because I don't want to leave this without having learnt something. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Add ever so slightly that little illusion of the air conditioning unit. Then there's like a bin here as well. The trash can, which is reflecting a bit of light on its side. We've also got this thing. I don't know what this thing is, but it's here. It's doing something. Time 44 seconds. Shit. Add some of that texture that we didn't end up getting last stream with our building. Let's use our, let's get this, 2 pixels will do. Oh, come on, yeah. Boom, boom. This isn't working or looking very good. Okay. I'll fix that. All right. Pens down. Yeah, Darker Sky, definitely. Sugar Beats. Zach WS, that is the filthy plugin that you can check out. The link's in the description. Nesh Draws, how you doing? Thank you, Wolby. Appreciate it, Lana. But yeah, all right. So let's have a plan of attack. Let's take a look at what we can do to make this feel a little bit more good. That's great English. All right. So I'm not going to worry about timing it. We'll go for another 5 to 10 minutes. But here, with what we've got, we can definitely darken this sky just a tad. Just a smidge. What's going on here? Oh, it's a hue shifts. Excuse me. Because that'll happen. If you just throw the hue shifts on, it'll shift the hues, but the hues might not be the value that you want. So you've got to keep an eye on that, and that's where the lumen slot comes in if you want to get fancy with it. But the sky should be darker at the top, and you almost see it kind of get a little lighter as it gets closer to the horizon. All right, let's use a multiply layer. All right, let's make it on the blue end of the scale. Let's just come through and really darken up some of these crevasses to really pop the lighting. Because it's all about contrast. The contrast is where it's at. And there'll just be a few lines, a few shapes that'll just make it go, oh, yep, I can get the vibe of what's happening in this scene. And because we're on a different layer as well, we can adjust it and its multiplier. So we can like knock it back, make it more intense as well. And I think we should be able to do this. Whoa, get out of here. Hello? Ah. Oh, all my work just went away. Hold on. There we go, better. Alright, darken all of this back part. We could even add, again, I'm not focusing on details by any stretch of the imagination. I'm more so focusing on the shape relationships, if you want to put a label on it, more than anything. Square, rectangle. Darken that down. I think we can even darken this whole thing down here, maybe. Just the whole everything. It's too in focus. And we can maybe come through and erase. You could do some texture stuff if you want. Right, we zoom out. Feeling like something-ish, you know? Carrots, how you doing? Thun guns, what's going on? Little flying turtle. We're going to do enough turtles later on. We don't want to overwhelm it with turtles right now. But like we can do some nice little things with the screen layer. Coming through here. Give that illusion of maybe like a window in the background. Knock it back a little bit. I think this sky could even be darker. Let's knock that down. To give that kind of ominous, it's night time, just come back from work. It's a bit rainy, dreary. Let's add a little bit more detail. Now when I say detail, yeah, I mean detail, just a little bit. I was going to try and be clever, but no. I just mean, let's add some smaller shapes in here. Where are my smaller shapes, if you don't mind me asking? Ah, I want to go on top of the lights. Here we go. There we are. Down there, all the shadows in this, that, and the other place. There. Alright, let's add some line tool action to this here. Soon I'd love to be able to do this with gouache. Probably won't be as quick with gouache. Definitely won't be as quick with gouache. But we can always just practice, right? Now this is a good point here. This is a part of the puzzle where this will be slightly lighter on the pavement. Now I've got to be very careful because I could just keep going and going and going and going and going with this. And it's not something I want to do. Well, I do want to do it, but I shouldn't. Hello, where? Yeah, something like that. Want it more saturated, then we can knock it back a little bit. Well, didn't mean to flip back. All right, that's probably where I'm going to leave it. It's okay, not bad, not terrible. Actually, no, hold on. Quick little, I don't like this window, it's too plain. We need a hint of that, whatever this is. We need a bit of a value shift here to show there's like some stickers or something on the window. Yeah, and then you can see you could start to add really cool effects like bloom and that kind of stuff with the lighting, and really get subtle with... Oh, we didn't put the bowls in. Hold on. Hold the phone. Bowl, bowl, bowl. Bowl. Bowl, bowl. Bowl. Little cat. Here. There's going to be some shadow behind here as well. So we're going speed mode here. Boom, boom. All right, done. Tereshi, what's going on? The shop is run by turtles though. True, there we go. World building, I like it, Lana. Oh, and Instagram, can't see shit. Oh, there you go. Cool, nice little warm up. Didn't do any of the text or anything on the sign. You get the idea. Oh, I swear I'm going to knock this over. All right. Character time. Sketching. Tereshi. Yeah, this is... Yeah, you can see my references here. And in the pinned one as well. You're right, we could add a little silhouette. Little turtle fella walking home. With his briefcase. Or he's about to go into the shop. No, stop. We could, we shouldn't. We don't want to go anymore. We stop. He's back from the... Yeah. All right. Pencil, grab anything. Standard round. Whatever you want. Doesn't matter. One that preferably works. Why isn't... There we go. Thank you very much. What is this one? Flat flowy. Okay. All right, so turtle themed. If you don't, for those that are just watching, that have just joined, scroll back to the beginning for story time. Go for it, Sugar Beats. I want to do some oil painting soon as well. Okay. So, I've got these characters. I like this kind of vibe. So we might just start with some quick figure things, and then we can start morphing things around, you know. Do a few of them like we did last week. Or no. the week before. Can I make a pretend comic book cover? Maybe not this week. Figure it out. That's right, Thun Guns. There we go. I like it. Keeping the old dad jokes alive. Now, one little thing that I've noticed a lot with like legs in particular is this like swoop back. Whenever I don't do that kind of swoop back and I just have the legs come straight down, you know what I mean? And they like, it just looks like he's about to fall back, you know? So we really want to take into account that. Swoop back with the feet, which then gives him a little bit more stability. And his neck is kind of poking out a little bit, which I kind of like for the pure fact of the turtle theme. His neck really isn't poking out that much, but I want his neck to be. There we go. I mean, we could just start doing this now. Maybe not. Let's calm down for a second. All right, so he's got his backpack, which could turn into a turtle shell. But yeah, apparently turtles can actually have feeling in their shell. So that's why I was trying to be very, very delicate with the little guys. Now the difference between turtles and tortoises, couldn't tell you. Alls I know, maybe tortoises, I think of like tortoises as they've got these kind of feet, right? But turtles have like that kind of feet, you know? Like I think that's the difference. I don't have an art station, Tereshi, no. Lana's coming in hot, Thun Guns. You got to up your game, all right? Tereshi, yeah, mate, yeah, I should. I've never done it. I don't know why. Like what? I think it's also just another place that I got to post and whatever. All right, flip it. Flip this. He's got his binoculars. I mean, this is just feeling turtly all of a sudden. But just because we're drawing turtles doesn't mean that we want to negate our understanding of anatomy or structure. You know, I just want to throw it away. Let's give him a bit of character. Inksvar, thank you so much. Thanks for popping in. Oh, man. Oh, the coffee's coming back. Let's use more coffee to put it back down. All right. This is another thing I've noticed about even like looking back on like recordings and stuff is these I use this quite often as like a landmark to begin with. The outer edge, particularly on this side, the outer edge of the eyeball, just as a positioning tool. Now, are all turtles bald? In real life, yes. I don't even know, is a turtle bald if they have not the capacity to grow hair? Think about that. You should have kept one of them and put him in your pocket. No, I couldn't. I couldn't. Imagine that. That's like kidnapping. Ben, have you tried Josh Hunter's Blocks signature sketch brush? I haven't. I must try that because I do enjoy that guy's work. Oh, that's you, Sonora, over there. You can't join the Discord. Monarch Wolf, what's going on? How do I allow the Discord to be joined? I've got to, the link's probably whatever, not refreshed itself. Why has to update every time it opens? I don't know. And then it doesn't open. Alright, let's see. Come here. Art server, invite people. Invite. Alright, Discord, here you go. What? Hit and use copy button. Ay, 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 ay. I'll tell you what though. Edit. Discord is one of those platforms that it kind of made me feel a bit old. I'm like, what's going on? I'll add it later. I don't want to hold up the stream. It's taking too long. My apologies. If someone could figure that out and throw it in the comments or something, if you can, I don't know if you can or not, because it is a public one. That would be much appreciated. All right, so we're just whipping some gesture in, I guess. Gesture still confuses me, the terminology. What do you call it? Is this a gesture? What's before a gesture? At what point does it become not a gesture? Great questions, if I do say so myself. Let's get him looking more at us. Now his neck's coming back here. Not a fan of the face at the moment, but that's fine. We can sort that out. Everything is figure outable. Okay, he's got big baggy shirt going on. Bag here, hat. Now he's got binoculars but with 3 things on them. Why would you have 3 binocular holes? Who knows? I'm not a binoculars expert. Mine is going to have 2. Because that makes more sense to me. So he's got the long short. Great movie. I think that was a movie. Tereshi, you did it. Fantastic. Nice. Welcome. I think he could still have a little bit more of this stability, let's call it, in his stance. He looks a little bit like falling forward a tad, if you know what I mean. Let's make him a bit taller. Cool. All right, that's one. Let's leave it there. Now this guy means business. Look at this dude. DR24S, this is Photoshop. Dinkin Flicker. Hey there, been struggling with subjects looking up and being able to see the underneath the jaw. Okay, I get what you're saying. Can't seem to nail it down without bringing the jawline too far up. Any tips? Draw the whole head. Well, I like to try and, it depends on how high up the head is. Right, and see if you can sort of find that mask. And I like to try and connect the jaw. And then you can add the nose. But it is very, very tricky. It's a tricky angle. I find it very, very tricky. You've just got to take into account the ins and outs of, say, the eyes. You know, but finding that jaw, that center line, that point there, and where the corner of that jaw and the corner of that jaw is going to sit can help, and then center line that down. But that's doing it just really quickly from memory. There's a lot of tweaking that I would do. Depends how far back and how tweaked the neck is. You know? Try and find that whole head. You could even start with what I've been... Oh, you probably can't see it. No point in me showing you. Because I'm too small here. But 44th, what's going on? Twitch. Building that Twitch up. Prashan, I see you, my friend. How you doing? Travis, welcome back. Rodrigo, hey Ben. Regards from Chile. Great to have you. So what you can do, if you want to play on hard mode or you really want to learn stuff, which is I'm a very big fan of, start with whatever your character's head shape is, let's say. Front. You don't even have to go the full, you can even just put little eyes here, mouth. Okay. Next one down, slightly tilted up. Just slightly, nothing crazy. Right, now with the ears, a little tip. The ears will kind of feel like they're lower on the head. As the head tilts up, you can see it on yourself. Look in the mirror, where the eyes would usually be straight across. No, the ears, sorry, would be straight across. They kind of feel like they're lower on the head. They're not, but it's just the way they're tilting. Right. Now where you've got the nostrils here, you might be seeing slightly a bit more of the nostrils on this one, and then you just keep going. And then the next one, more tilted back. For these, I like to think it like for the more tilted back versions, I like to think about the head more as a cylinder. Right, but you're going to find your way of what makes sense to you, you know. The ears might be right the way down here. You know, and you just keep going and going and going. And then you want to play on hard mode, then you do profile view, right? And then you do 3/4 view. Because some of this stuff, honestly, there's no trick to it. The stuff that I put out on social media and that kind of thing are things that have helped me, but you're going to figure out some, like we all think differently, right? We all have our own way of figuring things out. You're going to be able to, something might click with something that I say, and something might click with something that someone else says. Put them together, and then you've got your way of doing things, you know? But then you start doing this, and this is like really good training. Front view, profile view, up and down, 3/4 view. Then you can start doing wacky angles because you start to see why things should look the way they look, you know? And you can adjust as you go. And you start to get familiar with what looks right and what looks a little bit off. And that's where I think like the quote unquote mileage comes in. It's you start to identify, you start to produce shorthand, or you see the same problem over and over and over again, which is, and you figure out how to solve that problem. Like with the nose, for example, this might not look quite right. If you draw the nose as if, I can't even do it because it just doesn't make sense. But if you draw the nose like front on, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, something doesn't look right here. Okay, and if you do that enough times and you fix your mistakes and you go back and you learn and you study, this is what the studying is for. It's not just going through the motions. You're trying to figure stuff out. Then you say, okay, I'm looking more up at the nose. Okay, I see more of the nostrils this way. So the next time you come across that problem, you might do it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and it doesn't click, but then it will suddenly click. And then that's a little puzzle you've solved that you can utilize in all other drawings. If that makes sense at all. Rant over. Yeah, well done, Dinkin. You got me on a bloody tangent. We're drawing turtle people here. What's going on? Let's get these heads out of here. All right, so this is a rugged. This is going to be a grandpa turtle. He's seen some shit. Real like sunken in eyes. I mean, they're not even turtles yet, but they will be. We'll figure it out. Travis, I've missed these streams. I'm going to be starting classes for animation in March. Fantastic, Travis. But if a Benevolent Studios ever comes around, I'm still down to be a part of it. I appreciate it, Travis. It'll be there. It's coming. All right, big backpack. Big backpack. Did that change your guys' songs or my song? Whoop, sorry. Okay. Now I feel like this. Another little tip. Drawing the hands before we connect the arms can help. I might even just scale them down a bit. Scale him down a touch. Now he's kind of walking, which is like cool. Now he's got his hand here, fish here. Now let's see if we can find the anatomy underneath this guy, just as a little exercise. So he's kind of hunched over a little bit, so there might be a little bit of squash in his abdominal area, maybe. What we're not seeing under all this clothing is the anatomy, so you can get a little bit lost pretty easily if we're not careful. Now this doesn't look quite right. That's fine. We go on to Scribble Town right now. That's okay. Visit there every now and then. Alright. I've got to stop zooming in and out. Bad habits die hard. Let's knock him back. Oh no. We're connected. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to turn the fan on. It's bloody hot in here. Virtude Siderio, I'm from Brazil, and your courses become expensive when converting the currency, but I love your method. Thank you very much. Hopefully you can get something out of these streams. Let's see if we can get the character in this face. And then I think we just choose one of these two to turtleify. Again, anyone that's just popping into the stream, go check the first like 5 minutes to see why we're doing turtle stuff. Big beard. He's not having any of it. He's seen some stuff. Now his whole body doesn't make sense now. That's fine. Because his head's quite large. So I'm going to knock that right back. Let's see if we can make something cool looking. This is where a bit of style reference could come in handy. Alright, find that chest. The pectorals. I like doing this. One, because I think it's fun. I like figuring stuff out. This is all just a big puzzle. Not loving his face, if I'm honest, but that's right, we'll get there. We'll get there. I do enjoy a good, like, chunky forearm as well. Don't ask me why. Where's the doggy? He is somewhere around here. He's just trotting about. Fat Cappy, what's going on? But yeah, I do enjoy a good big chunky forearm. Couldn't tell you why, but when I see other artists do that, it just looks cool. Nah, his legs are way too short here. Let's knock it all back. And then we iterate. Let's turn him turtle. Let's... I can see myself just noodling on this for the rest of the stream. Let's see if we can make the crossover. Oh, I just bought yourself an M1. Nice one. Heading to install... Oh, really? Yeah, it should be way easier. What? Yeah, I haven't had trouble with that myself, if I'm honest. Alright, what does the turtle faces look like? They're so cool. So this is the thing, do we go like full turtle mode? You know, is he now a turtle? Or is it just like a hint? Now turtles don't have ears, which is an issue because I use that a lot as a... Maybe he's got headphones on, so then I can actually like keep the head in proportion. That's alright, we'll figure it out. I like the idea that it's more square on top. I'm seeing that here. So we go on this like weird hybrid kind of vibe, I reckon. So yeah, not often do I draw animal sort of stuff, but we'll get by. We'll figure it out. Maybe he's going to be a bit beefier. I think this guy's a tortoise. This isn't a turtle, but you get the idea. Yes, currently this turtle has nipples. What are you going to do about it? I'm trying to find the human. Trying to find the human part. So he's walking backwards, his leg's going to be hitting here. Now, does he have human feet? Or does he have like the turtle, tortoise turtle kind of deal? Let's see. And if turtles had shoes, what would they look like? Who bloody knows? Do they need shoes? I don't think so. They do have kneecaps though. He has been through some stuff, Lana. Definitely. He looks so stiff at the moment though. Not a fan. Let's have a look. So he's holding the fish, which I kind of like. Let's start with human feet to begin with because I'm used to that. Turns out I can't draw turtles, humans very well. Well, let's go back to the fundamentals, hey? Let's make sure this is feeling somewhat grounded. Let's say like he's actually on the ground. So from this dude to him, let's make him a different color. Why not? Disha, how you doing? Alright, let's get this character really coming through. So it kind of got like that little underbite thing going on. Maybe because he's a turtle, his head should be kind of like forward a little bit more. I think that's what's going on. Kind of like poking out just a tad. He needs some room for his shell that we'll eventually do something about. Maybe he's like a beefy turtle though. A bit more of that underbite. Something like that. Or overbite, whatever. Whatever you call it. Let's get him looking at us a little bit. Kind of like, what are you looking at? Better. Now let's find the turtle delts. Find the forearms. I'm not sure what this hand's doing either. We did have that reference of him. Like, what's he actually holding? It's part of the... He's holding a bag. Maybe he's... holding like a bucket. Or like a net or something. I don't know. Lana, it's your birthday. Oh, fantastic. Happy birthday for next week. He looks really stiff, like someone who doesn't come out of his shell very often, you know. There you go, by design. He's looking stiff by design. Good call. And then we put like the plate. His armor plate here with some cool kind of something. And the turtle, like they seem to have this kind of like eyelids that they're like angled upwards. No, so if we're going to do like turtle like that, they kind of have that kind of deal. Like if you do the eyelids, this angle here. So we can maybe do a little bit more of that. Now he looks a little bit off. Yeah, got to find this balance between the human and not human. Does he have a jacket? Yeah, I want to make sure that that reads as his like nose part. Catch you later, Kiko. Ray, great to have you back. What do you think turtles have inside their shells? Abs, potentially. Or the shell is just that's the body. I think kind of both, right? Now this is all just in one layer now. Boom, boom, boom. Here's the fish. So if we were to draw his head front on maybe to give us a better idea. This one looks way too happy. even with this weird thing that I'm drawing here, I'm thinking about the overlaps. What's in front, what's behind. You know, so this collar is in front of the neck. Bit of shadow maybe. He's got that like squint, like that lower lid that I talk about all the time. Now, do they have anything on their heads? Like patterns wise? Like this little dude. Yeah, it's kind of like little pattern-y kind of things here. Kind of looks like, what is it, the thing? The shell is the abs. Luca, damn, you ain't drawing burgers. Definitely not. Senzu, how long did it take to develop your art style, or did it just happen eventually? It kind of like, I'd say from, I mean, I've answered this question a fair bit, but I'll answer it again because we've got some new people coming in. I used to do a lot of realism, like a lot of realism. That's all I did for most of my life, right? And probably the last 2 years using that learning, I then wanted to figure out how to create characters of my own. So it took me about 2 years or 2.5 years now to get to where I'm at. But that's just me. It might take you shorter, it might take you longer. Depends on your influences. I had my whole life of understanding the craft of drawing as well, although I was doing realism stuff, which is a completely different mindset to this stuff. But yeah, hope that makes sense. Maybe he's got like another big fish here. He's just been on a hunt. Maybe he hides things in his shell, like he's got like a fishing rod as well. Nah, no worries, Senzu. No, happy to answer. Through some jolly troubleshooting, I just found out my Wacom is not compatible. Oh, fun time. Sorry to hear it, Fat. Shit. That is frustrating. Well, at least you know though, so you're not sitting there for another 6 hours trying to get it to work. Maybe he works on the docks. So he's got like the gloves. Maybe he's in the water as we speak. At the moment, that's why he's kind of like trudging through something. That could work. We need some more room. No, don't flip. Group. That's what I wanted. And you see underneath the water a bit of his feet. Now this foot's going to be in front. This one's going to be behind. There's some like reeds and stuff. So he's just a dude doing his thing. He's got his net. I mean, this is kind of like on the nose, right? It's like, yeah, of course, this is kind of like not the most unique character design, but we're just playing. Daniel Aguera, I really want to buy your content on Gumroad, but here in Brazil, when we convert, it gets too much. Yeah, I think the new platform that I'm going to be putting my stuff on, there might be price like I can't remember what it's called, like price comparison-y kind of things, which might be able to help you out. Give the XP Pen Deco Pro a shot. Hopefully it will work. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Do you guys get any spring flowers in Australia? Probably. None that I can think of off the top of my head. He's got this fish. Maybe the fish is like just dangling. He means business. He's got to feed his family. All right, let's see if we can do the same with, let's do it like a more friendly feeling Tweedle. I think we've done this guy before, but this one seems a little bit more friendly. This pose. Same universe, but instead of having like this kind of, not snarl, but just like, don't talk to me kind of deal, maybe we can utilize a little bit more of a smile. And I feel like this guy's name should be Franklin. How original, right? So he's kind of looking back. And this is the fun part of the foundations, right? Fundamentals. Prashant, these drawings are totally awesome. Oh my god. Well done. They have an Australian section in the botanical gardens here, but it's like cactus. Yeah, are native plants. Some of them, like a lot of them, are pretty lackluster. Like, I don't know, for my taste, personally, my partner, she loves them. We've got a bunch of natives in the backyard and the front yard, but kangaroo paws are cool. Kangaroo paws are cool. Oh, it's Christmas music. Oh my god. I choose jazz and it goes Christmas music. Alright, let's see how that goes. Yeah, we got the bottle brush as well. The bottle brush. They attract a good amount of rainbow lorikeets, which are cool. He's got his coffee. He's happy. Does he have ears? No, that looks stupid. Does he have a backpack over his shell? This is what I like to get really good at, is just like hitting it first shot. It might be not attainable. So that's what I'm talking about. They're almost like alien-like the eyes. We'd like draw an alien. It's like that's what they would be. That's like the alien vibes. Similar kind of deal with the turtles. Now the question is, what does his glasses hang on to? He doesn't have bloody ears. Well, I'd like to see that rainbow bird. Yeah, rainbow lorikeets are cool. Maybe the glasses have to strap around because they can't actually stay otherwise. So yeah, what I was talking about before, the fundamentals, you do that, you understand it, them, of like shape and all that fun stuff. And then you can do stuff like this. Even if I usually do more like human kind of things. Even having this like twisting in the neck could be fun. Just to show that it's like twisting a little bit. So here is just kind of like the torso. Is if we were to twist the torso a little bit. You know what I mean? Same thing here. It's all connected. It's all bloody good fun. He's got his backpack here. Whoa. This is how we would kind of anthropomorphize some of these characters using reference. Now these can be a lot more creative design wise for sure. Now that's a question. If we have the shell coming down like this far, let's say, his arm then should be a little bit forward because he might not be able to go back. It's like the chair. I can't go back because my shell's there, so I've always got to be forward. Did you think you'd be learning turtle anatomy this stream? I didn't. When I draw an arm, it's hard to get the forearm to not look weird. I don't know why that keeps happening. Calves and forearms. Okay. Without looking at your work, I had trouble with that. Having one section straight and one section curved. So what I mean by that, like here, if you look at even like your forearm, you got like one, like this would be the straight in this pose, and then you've got that curve and then to straight. So it's like straight, curve, straight. So it's that balance between those two, if that makes sense at all. And the same with the legs. Like if we're looking at the calves here, straight, curve, straight. Or however high you want to add the calves. Turtles still love coffee though. Don't blame them. Oh no, wrong layer, isn't it? Mother. Hold on. What did I just do there? No, now we're all on the one layer. Whoop. Okay, that one, yes. Select not this dude, because I might want to do some stuff with him. There we go. And we're back. And we can add some of these like little whisper lines as well for some of the patterns. And And the turtle shell as well, if we were to draw through it, is a good little exercise in wireframing. So we could imagine, let's get our little tortoise turtle reference up. Right, it's more like hexagonal, cool kind of shapes. So there's going to be a center line. Right, maybe it should pop out more. Like that. Imagine then that's like the center line shape in front. So this is going to be in front, this is going to be slightly behind. Right, and then depending on where we're looking at him, it's kind of like there's the horizon. So we might see something along the lines like that. You know, now we've got a bit of volume. Then we can add all our little bits and pieces. Do they have tails? I guess. Yeah? I don't know. Mark, fancy seeing you here. Great to have you. They do? Okay, cool. Well, so does this one. And he's just sitting on a bench. Or a log. And then he has his backpack that comes over that structure that we've just made. So we can make study out of anything. Maybe this actually wraps around like that as well. So we've got little clips here. Got maybe some side pockets. Right, so this is how we can then sit that in some kind of reality. He seems, he's kind of sitting on, I feel like that would cut his tail off if he sat like that. So we've got to change that. Excuse me, oh, it's coffee, I tell you what, indigestion. Maybe that's the log there. All right, let's do one more quick pass. Now here I'm going to be concentrating a little bit more on my line quality. Where exactly I'm putting the strokes. Giving volume to things like the glasses, which helps sell them. Volume meaning just like a bit of thickness, like here. Just a little bit too excited there. It was cute, but a little bit too excited. Better. This could be like the before and after. He's like going to school. Everything's all great. You know, he's loving life. But then something happens. What happens? I don't know. Depends how dark you want the story to be. Let's think about a center line. Bit of the pattern there, maybe. He's got like badges and stuff. He's just like, yeah, school's awesome. Loving it. So fun. And then life hits him. He's got to get the 9 to 5. He's got to make a living. Snore. Oh, little boy snoring. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you can. Bokaholic, how you doing? Can you hear the dog snores? My apologies if you can. Yeah, I'm not going to spend a month of Sundays on getting all this just so, but enough to give it a good little bit of volume, good little bit of whatever, you know what I'm saying. Even these little overlaps here sells the volume of the backpack on this random character. Bugaholic, nice one. Snapper Man, Peter Turtle. Cool. Alright, well, we did some turtles today. Based on these little fellas. If you haven't seen it yet, we showed it at the beginning of the stream. Saved a few baby ones. And away he goes. Bloody cool. But yeah, so that was our inspiration. Are there snapping turtles in Australia? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. Is there an Australian snapping turtle? No clue. But yeah, so hopefully that was something just a little bit different, you know. It is for me. I don't think I've ever drawn. Oh no, I've drawn one turtle on stream, I think. But all the principles apply, you know. Figuring out the shape, understanding form, all that fun stuff. And I kind of want to go for a walk again today to see if there's any more. So I wanted to save him from the seagulls. And off he goes. Slowly waking up. And then he realizes. He's like, oh, well. And off he goes. Yeah, so that was cool. So, a little bit different, you know? What if you saved the ones that were destined to be the ultimate turtle bullies of the underwater? Well, then that's my bad. Jenna 30, yeah, I know. They were tiny, they're so fragile. Like, ultra tiny little things. But yeah, so I'll keep the little turtles on screen while we do the plugs. We'll replay it, see if I can get the plugs done while the turtles are playing in the background. And then here's another one. This is a quicker one. They're speedy little fellas. They're just pew 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 pew. He was eager, that one. But I took him away from where the like a whole bunch of birds and stuff were. Yeah, maybe not the most eco. Should have let, you know, like the cycle of life or whatever, but the circle of life. But am I not a part of that as well? Can I not be a part of the circle of life? Sea turtles are endangered, so good job. These are lake turtles. This is freshwater. But anyway, if you like what you see, this has got nothing to do with turtles or wildlife. I've got a couple of plugs. The stream, obviously, you're already here. No need to plug that. Stylized character walkthrough. If you want to check that out, links in the description. You got the Filthy plugin, which we used earlier to do our automatic fill-ins with the Photoshop lasso tool. Also got the course platform that I'm working on. Keep an eye out for that. That's not there just yet. And the podcast is coming back later on in the year. And that's about it. Plugs wise, anyway. Stream happens same time every week, every Monday, Australian Central Daylight Time, 10:45 a.m. Sunday, 4 p.m. PST. I believe that's correct time wise. You are the circle of turtles are still more important than pandas. Oof. Hot take. I've been to a couple of hatcheries, pretty much do the same thing. Oh, nice one. Nice. Yeah, I'd love to see sea turtles as well. But yeah, with that, as this little guy takes off, I'm going to do the same. All right. Thank you again for hanging out with me. It's an absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for everyone that's chatting. The guys that don't chat, completely fine. Thanks for being here. It's an absolute pleasure. As always, you know where to find me. You smart people. And I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you later, Bookaholic, Prashan, Mark, Exuberant. Catch you soon. Where's my windows?